There are tales as old as time, like Godzilla versus King Kong, Duke versus North Carolina, and the New Orleans Pelicans versus injuries. And I'm going to break that down right now in the Pelican Scoop because, boy, it's another one. Cue my music.
This is the Pelican Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelican Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as I heard from my opening hook, yes, more injuries with the Pelicans, and honestly, this injury is probably for the better. Now, I'm not saying it like, oh, Herb. This is more for Herb Jones' sake. Herb, this team is what, 7-31, 7-30, something like that. Just heal up, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, Herb Jones is again out for his shoulder, the same shoulder that he hurt. He had a right shoulder strain that he hurt back against the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. That had him out for a month and a half. And since he's came back from that injury, you can tell, I ain't gonna say that he rushed back, but it's not the same. Like, his shooting has completely dipped. I mean, you can just tell that something is hampering Herb. You know, he's out there with the little sleeve shirt underneath his jersey. Obviously something to probably got like some type of tape or something on the shoulder, keeping that covered up. But I get it. And honestly, if you ask me, I think Herb Jones should probably, if surgery is needed or whatnot, just take the necessary steps to make sure that you're back ready for next year. All right. I think we all can sit here and say, like, the season's pretty much over with. I mean, you have 7 wins and it's January. All right. And you're in the Western Conference. And you just got absolutely blown out by the Portland Trailblazers. Granted, you know, I did the last video about, you know, Zion calling out the X's and O's. And when, you know, a lot of people are like, well, you know, Willie, you see the product. What just happened the next game? What just happened? You saw a team that won, the X and O's, god awful. Pelicans basically lost the game in the first quarter. Actually, the first half. I mean, I'll give them a little bit of leeway. The first half of the game was over with. All right. Saw a team with X's and O's disappearing again. Saw a team that basically just gave up on the coach. Again, how many more examples of the Pelicans do you need of you seeing them give up on Willie Green do y'all need to see? What more? I'm not making this stuff up, man. I'm just telling y'all what I'm seeing. How many more times? You're not even getting blown out by the Celtics, the OKC Thunder, the Cleveland Cavaliers. You're not getting blown out by those teams. You get blown out by the Portland Trailblazers. But it's not Willie. It's not the X's and O's. It's not Willie, though. Come on, man. At a certain point, a coach has to be able to put his team in position to, like, a certain point, if your calling card has been effort and defense, like, that's what Willie Green's specialty, that's his specialty, right? Effort and defense. The team gives no effort and they play no defense. So what are you good at? Your talent is not schemes and X's and O's and offensive creativity, you know, Bo Jamesburg, you know, that's not your thing. Your thing is defense, effort, and the team plays no defense and gives minimal effort. They gave effort when Zion played. All you did was remove Zion from the mix the next game. All you did, Trey didn't play when Zion. I'm just so mad that Trey's hurt right now. But yeah, Trey didn't play when Zion played. All you did was remove Zion from the equation and then fall off a cliff. Now, granted, in the long run a little bit, if Herb does consider to get like a surgery or just be done for the year, okay? I'd rather just punt on this season and make sure you're 100 and your body's well ready. You know, you gain a little bit of weight or something, hit the weights or something. Like, make sure you are in the right mindset and mind frame, physically and mentally, for opening of the 2025 season, 2025-2026 season, opening night. That's what my mind is for Herb Jones. I don't need to see you again for the rest. Like, this is over with. All right, this could open up more opportunity. Obviously, Jordan Hawkins has not been playing well at all, but it's more opportunity for him to get some more minutes. Antonio Reeves, you draft this guy. He shows flashes. He played a little bit the other night. All right, he shows flashes, but they keep sending him there and back from Birmingham and all this and all that. This should open up a window for him to play. Okay, this should open up a little bit more minutes for guys to play, and it should open up Trey Murphy into the starting lineup. You know, when I'm talking about when Zion's back, because you know when you have Herb, Zion, CJ, all that, like it's gonna get funky. But now that if Herb does consider, well, he's out right now, but if he does consider to be out for the remainder of time being, it's a great opportunity to see what Trey Murphy really does have in the starting lineup for basically, I say a whole season, but you have a good sample size of Trey Murphy as a starter in the NBA. And you can be able to get a different look, especially when Zion's playing. What can Trey and Zion do? You know, can Jordan Hawkins finally, it's bad because it's a bad back, but can he finally, you know, get over the hump, right? So, yes, Herb being out is bad because it's Herb Jones, first team out, it's Herb Jones, all right? Excuse me. Heart and soul of the team. But as a season that's already lost and gone, in my mind, you got to see what you have on what other pieces on the team. All right, at this point, you're already grabbing guys off the street. You're grabbing Albert Payton and all. You're grabbing guys off the street anyway. So let's see the guys you actually put draft capital in, all this into. Let's see what they actually have. All right. So in my mind, this could be a perfect opportunity to see Antonio Reeves. Or you're going to move with Antonio Reeves moving forward, or you know, move off Jordan Hawkins. Like this is your time to see that now. But you got Willie Green, the head coach. So I don't know how he's thinking. He's probably like, all right, no Herb, more JRE minutes. Like, all right, coach. All right, coach. In my eyes, why I was saying that it could be for the better. It could be for the better. Because you are in such a position where you're just looking for some type of offensive output from anybody. Herb Jones was giving you nothing this whole season offensively. Offensively, absolutely nothing. And it was even worse once he came back from the same shoulder that he hurt again. When he came back, when he came back from that month missing. Like you could tell he was clearly still hampered by the shoulder. So this could be an opportunity to see what you have in Antonio Reeves. You know, this guy's from Kentucky, and a few times that we did see him, he's a microwave. All right, one of the guys that can get hot and just see what he has. You have nothing to lose. You're the last place in the West. Well, you beat the Wizards though, so you're not the worst in the NBA no more, but you're the worst in the West. You and the Utah Jazz are looking at each other eye to eye, and it's only y'all two, and they're trying to lose. You came into the season with expectations you were going to win. That's the difference. And I see people talking about, oh, keep Willie, we're on the tank. Like, why are we changing the perspective of what we had as a team? I get it. You're supposed to. Now that they're completely bad. But at the same time, going to the season, nobody was over there, oh, we're tanking and all that. So I hate to see people talking about, oh, we're just tanking. No, we're not tanking. We're trying to win. Like, you don't tank and you're still playing like you're a starter. When you're tanking, you go out there with a bunch of young guys. Like, you're just trying to see what they have. Like, look at OKC the last couple years before they finally got good. The last, OKC 4 or 5 years ago, right? Look at the Pistons the last couple years. Like, that's tanking. You out there with a bunch of young cats trying to figure it out. We got a bunch of vets. This is not a young team anymore. It used to be. It's not young anymore. Your guys are vet. Like, Zion's been at least 6 years. Put that in perspective. So, at this point, you need to see what you have in the young guys. You already see what you have in Eve Meese, who's kind of hitting a rookie wall. Of course, when I make a video about him, now he starts to hit a little bit of a rookie wall. So, I mean, that was expected, man. He's 19, 20 years old anyway. He's already overachieved enough. All right, whatever Eve Meese does the rest of the season is what he does. I've already seen the flashes of what you can be and what you will be in the future. Like, right now, you've already exceeded my expectations of what you could have been tenfold. So, regardless of Eve Meese. But that's what the best thing that happened to him was Daniel Tice is a bum, and they don't want to play Carlo. So, like, he has to just be out there, all right? It's baptism by fire. He has to be out there and take these lumps and get these minutes and all this because there's nobody else to replace you, bro. So he does have the leeway, like, you can mess up. I can't really pull you because we have nobody else, man. So you got to learn on the fly. And ultimately, that would be the best thing that could have happened to him moving on. Like, as his career progresses, that would be the best thing that ever happened to him was that the Pelicans, that David Griffin was incompetent not to get another veteran big presence other than Daniel Tice, who was debating on staying in Germany to go play ball over there, right? Instead of doing that and letting Eve Meese just you just got to learn on the job, brother. And he's going to be a monster because of that. But we're not going to give Griff any credit for that, for you being incompetent and not doing your job correctly. Just granted that Eve Meese is a hard-working guy, all right? This kid's a grinder who knows how to get the job done. You, on the other hand, you get no kudos from me for that. Zero kudos, buddy. Zero kudos. Your kudos ran out years ago. You're done. You're done to me. So But shout out Emi. So, like I said, this could be the best thing that could have happened to Hawkins, maybe, potentially, or Antonio Reeves. All right, it opens up a lot more minutes for them. But that's if Herb Jones does do a surgery or whatnot. I'm done for the year, man. The season's over with, man. But that's not the type of guy Herb Jones is. Herb Jones is a guy that's Herb Jones would rather die on a basketball court. I'm just call it what it is. Herb Jones would rather you scrape him off the court than him sit out the season because of a shoulder. So, but we not making no play-in or playoff push, bro. I get it. Just heal up, man. Let's get better for next season, okay? Just heal up. So, thank you guys for sticking it for another edition of the Pelican Scoop, man. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens. And hold on. Before I go, let me see who the Pelicans play tonight. The Pelicans play the 76ers tonight. Joel Embiid in Philly. Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, so. But Yves Missi, this is a big game. Yves Missi for Joel Embiid. That might be a good video. Hopefully, Yves Missi gonna break something tonight, bro. When you see guys like that Embiid from the same village and all that as you, it's a little bit of extra boost, man. And he definitely sees Embiid as like an inspiration. So, Yves Missi breakout game? I don't know, man. So thank you guys for sticking in for another edition of Pelican Scoop. I'm signing out, man. Y'all be easy. Enjoy y'all weekends. Peace.